Weather Authority forecast from Chief Meteorologist Bruce Katz.
We have enjoyed a beautiful stretch of weather, but the old saying goes, all good things must come to an end. And unfortunately, this weekend, rain chances really ramp up. We're going to talk about that. But tonight, a really good-looking night out there. And this morning, when you stepped out the door, North Shore, low to mid-40s, South Shore, lower 50s, even at Kenner, 57, 67 at the lakefront, and 50 at Bay St. Louis. Now today, up to 82. So upper 70s rather, to right around 80 to 82 is your high. Should be at 78, but nowhere near, thank goodness, that record in the upper 80s back in 1949. So putting out a first alert for the weekend because we're going to have a nice day tomorrow, but then on Saturday, clouds move in, and during the afternoon, Saturday night into Sunday, rain chances ramping up, and we could see quite a bit of rain. We need it too. The drought monitor coming out. We're under a moderate drought for most of the area. So it looks like the weekend events may turn wet with some heavy rain likely as we move in time. Where's that system now? Here it is, right over Denver. It is moving off to the east right now, and notice a lot of moisture developing with that system. In the lower levels, we have an east to southeast wind, and that's just going to be fuel as that system gets closer and closer. So right now, we are seeing a line coming in from the Big Bend of Texas through Dallas, and that will eventually grow in terms of size as well as width as we move in the next 24 to 36 hours. Here's your main spin. Coming in, the Rockies on the higher elevations, actually seeing a bit of snow at this hour. But for us, basically fair skies as high pressure holds in. It's going to move eastward for now, bringing us dry conditions tomorrow. Should be a nice day. Waking up in the morning, not as cold. I don't think we're going to see 40s, likely 50s north, 60s south, and then during the afternoon, any rain north and west of us, where tomorrow a dry day. So if you're looking for a dry day over the next 3 days, tomorrow is your day. Here we go. Take a look at Saturday morning. The rain beginning to fill in parts of West Louisiana, clouds moving through, so we start the day on Saturday dry, but after noon to about 2, showers and storms begin to move in from the west, and then overnight, coming in to Sunday morning, rain chances at 80%. Could see some of these heavy downpours. Saint Sunday, looks like tailgating. You need to take precautions as far as staying dry because it's going to be wet. Now, the rain likely moves out on Sunday night, so pretty much all day, I think we're going to see more on rain than off rain. And many times I say we're going to see many dry hours. This time, I don't think we're going to see many dry hours with widespread rain continuing to move in on and off throughout the day. Now, take a look at the flood risk for Saturday. Most of that heavy rain to the west. Around here, we've got a level 1, and then on Sunday, weakens a little bit, but still a level 1 out of 4 indicates a downpour or 2 could be in the forecast. So flood threat, I think, is on the low end, but low-lying areas, if we get a heavy downpour, could see a little flooding, so just keep an eye out of the sky for that. For your Saturday, heaviest rain off to the west. Through Saturday, spotty showers during the day, and then overnight, heading into Sunday, here's that rain. Some areas in the yellow and red, up to 2 to 3 to 4 inches isolated. Most of us about a ½ inch to an inch of rain. We certainly need it, but unfortunately with Halloween coming up, we have a lot of Halloween celebrations. We have a lot of parties going on. Saints, we've got school fairs. Unfortunately this weekend, especially late Saturday and Sunday, look to be wet. Now here's our drought monitor that I was talking about. Notice in areas, kind of the darker tan, we're in a moderate drought for most of the major metro area, and then eastward, Biloxi in a severe drought. So we are way behind on rain, and it looks like this weekend we may be able to catch up just a little bit. Now in the tropics, we still have Melissa, and did it do anything? No. Last night it was drifting, if not stationary, at 2. Winds were at 45, and it's just kind of hanging out there with just steering collapsed around that feature. Now, eventually, it's going to start bending off to the north, but look at Jamaica. Can you imagine for 2.5, 3 days, a Category 4 just off the coast on the right quadrant with all that storm surge and heavy rain? Jamaica will be under the gun as we move in time. Now, the actual system itself, we've got some shear and dry air moving in from the west. So, yeah, we've got a broad rotation, but we're really not seeing thunderstorms wrapping around the center. We do see some of the storms kind of bubbling up during the day, but it's not gotten its act together. Why is it turning north? we've got cold fronts. Yesterday I said the Gulf is closed for business, and indeed it is. As we move in, we've got one front moving in during the weekend, and then on Wednesday into Thursday, a stronger front, and that's going to finally lift Melissa out to sea, as does kind of bring a lot of activity heading into the islands as well as Cuba. Right now, temperatures were in the mid to upper 50s north, upper 60s on the South Shore, and that 7-day forecast. Late Saturday, Saturday night, Sunday, good chances of rain, and as I mentioned, more on rain than off rain. Looks like we're not going to get those breaks that we've gotten over the last few weeks with rain, so just kind of plan accordingly.
And, you know, the closer you get to Saturday night is when it really kicks up for most people.
I'm thinking after dark, and especially around midnight, after midnight, all the way through likely 6, 7 p.m. on Sunday. So, yeah, it's going to be manageable, but it's going to be just that nuisance rain with downpours.
Gotcha. All right, thanks.